Hello, everyone, and welcome. If you've ever felt that first spark of curiosity about learning Mandarin Chinese, you've probably hit the same wall everyone does. Where on earth do you even begin? Well, today, we're going to unlock that very first door, the single most important step on your entire journey.
So let's just dive right in. You see something like this on the screen. These are Chinese characters, what we call hanzi. And you have to admit, they're beautiful, they're intricate, but they give you absolutely zero clues on how you're supposed to say them, right? It's like being handed a beautiful piece of music with no notes on it. How do you even begin to speak?
And really, this gets to the heart of the challenge for any new learner. Mandarin is fundamentally a language of characters. Each one of these symbols represents a whole idea or a syllable. So unlike English, you can't just sound it out. For a beginner, it can really feel like you're trying to crack some kind of ancient secret code, but you haven't been given the key.
This brings us to a really crucial logical point in the learning process. It all hinges on this one idea. Before you can ever hope to connect these amazing characters to what they actually mean, you first have to know how to pronounce them. You need a tool. You need something built specifically to teach you the sound. And that tool, thankfully, has a name. It's called Pinyin. And I want you to think of it just like this, a sound bridge. It's the official, brilliant solution designed to connect learners just like you to the spoken language. It is the key that unlocks the sound of Mandarin.
Okay, so what is Pinyin, really? Well, the official definition is that it's a system that uses the letters that you and I already know, the Latin alphabet, to spell out the sounds of Mandarin. Now, it's not a different language. Just think of it as the official pronunciation guide, developed back in the 1950s to make learning the language accessible to everybody, both in China and around the world.
I'm going to keep coming back to this idea because it's so important. The absolute best way to think about Pinyin is as a bridge. It connects the familiar ground of the alphabet you've known your whole life to this brand new, exciting world of Mandarin sounds. It's what makes the language reachable right from day one. So we know it's a bridge, but how does this thing actually work? Well, the beauty of the system is its simplicity. Turns out every single syllable in the entire Mandarin language is built from just two basic parts. That's it. So here they are, the two building blocks. First, you have what's called the initial. That's just the consonant sound that starts the syllable, like a b or an m or a t. And then that's followed by the final, which is the vowel sound that comes after it. See? Super simple. An initial plus a final. Let's look at a perfect, concrete example. Here we have the Pinyin syllable, ba, which means father. So what's our initial? It's the consonant b. And what's our final? It's the vowel a. You put them together and you get ba. And that little line over the a, that's super important. It's a tone mark. But don't worry about that for now. That's a whole other fascinating lesson. For today, just focus on that simple structure, initial plus final. So it really is that straightforward. It's a simple, predictable formula. You start with an initial, a consonant sound, you add a final, a vowel sound, and boom, you combine them to form a complete Mandarin syllable. Every single word you'll ever learn is built from these simple combinations. Okay, so let's zoom out for a second. Understanding this system, this initial plus final structure, it's not just a handy tip. It is, and I can't stress this enough, the absolute foundation of learning to speak Mandarin. Without mastering Pinyin, you're pretty much just guessing its sounds. So why is it so fundamental? Well, for one, it lets you hit the ground running, allowing you to read and pronounce words correctly from the very beginning. It is the critical first step you must take before you even think about memorizing all those characters. It's what ensures your pronunciation is on point, and it lays the groundwork for using tones correctly, which, believe me, is absolutely essential to being understood in Mandarin. Now, this is a really important point I want you to take away. Some new learners think of Pinyin as a crutch, a kind of shortcut to avoid learning the characters. That could not be further from the truth. Pinyin is not a shortcut. It's the official, internationally recognized starting line for anyone who wants to learn Mandarin properly. So, there you have it. Pinyin is the system that takes those beautiful, mysterious characters and finally gives them a voice. It's the tool that allows you to speak, and just as importantly, to be understood. It unlocks the sound of the language. And the real question is, once you have the sound down, are you ready to start discovering the meaning?